Hello readers! Today we are working on retelling the story. This is the last day of this week that we'll be working with this book. So we're going to write a summary of what the book is about. And in order to do that, we need to think about a few things. We need to think about the setting, where the story took place, the characters, who or what the story is about, if there's a problem and solution, and where that happens in the beginning, middle, and end. And when we do this part, starts at the knot, goes down to the bow, we have to give some specific details. That's what good readers do. Okay? Before we get started, let's take a look. This is what we're going to work on. I read the book. Here's where we'll put the title of the book. Who or what was the story about? And what happened in the story. So that's where we'll talk about the beginning, middle, and end. Okay? All right, let's revisit the book, Penny the Rude Penguin. We're not going to read through, we're just going to talk about the pages, okay? So feel free to help me out. All right, so what happened in the beginning? We talked about Penny being rude, and now we know what that word means from yesterday's lesson. It means she wasn't very nice, right? How wasn't she nice? What were some examples? So here in the beginning, what did she do? She whacked Peter with her wing, right? What else? What did she say after that? Oops, I'm sorry. But did she mean it? Nope. Then she crashed into his family. Not very nice again. Then what happened here? She pushed him into the snow, right? Look at that. She bumped into him. Yeah, and then he wound up looking like this, looked like a little snow penguin, right? And then what happened? Peter bumped into her. But did he really mean to do it? No. Look at his face. He was so sad. He did that. He didn't mean to do it. So he helped her out. And then she thought about all the terrible things that she had done. She whacked, she bumped, she slid. And she said she was sorry. Do you think she learned her lesson? I think so. Okay, so let's fill this out. I read the book. What was the book called? Do you remember the title? Penny the Rude Penguin. Now, whenever we have a title, we underline it because it's so important. It's the most important part. Who or what was the story about? Watch how I do this. I'm going to take out the question words, turn this into a capital, take away the question mark, and finish my sentence. Who was the character in this book? There's two, right? Penny and Peter. And what was the big thing about Penny? What was her main characteristic, her main describing word, her main adjective? Penny was rude. So this story is about Penny and Peter, the penguins. Penny was rude. Okay, so now let's give some examples about how she was rude. All right, we're going to say, in the beginning, what did Penny do to Peter? She whacked him with her wing, right? Penny whacked Peter with her wing. How did she feel? What did she say at the end? What was that phrase that she kept repeating? Oops, I'm sorry. But what? She didn't really mean it. She said she was sorry, but didn't, here's one of those unusual words, didn't mean it. Okay, so what happened in the middle? She slid into Peter, right, when they're going down the slide. In the middle. You know what? I think it would be better to say next. She slid into Peter and and he what? He went into the snow. Okay. Then what happened in the end? How did she learn her lesson? In the end, Peter bumped into her. Let's put Penny. She didn't, we'll use one of our unusual words, she didn't like it. Then what did Penny do? Penny said she was sorry. Did she mean it this time? Yep, and she meant it. Okay, let's read our story. Our little summary here. I read the book Penny, the Rude Penguin. The story was about Penny and Peter the penguins. Penny was rude. In the beginning, Penny whacked Peter with her wing. She said she was sorry, but didn't mean it. Next, she slid into Peter and he went into the snow. In the end, Peter bumped into Penny. She didn't like it. Penny said she was sorry, and she meant it. What do you think, readers? Did we do a good retell? I think so. So today when you go off, I want you to find a book that you know really well, one that you've read a few times, and see if you could do the same thing. See if you can do the story retelling rope. Talk about the setting, the characters, the problem, beginning, middle, end, and the solution. Okay? All right, readers, off you go.